believe there is no Hitchhikers Guide to the Galaxy comic. There is, and I'm showing it to you right now. There's the beginning. I think they have something like a cover page. It's very nice. I'd like to get the other books in the series. They'd be pretty old now. Mr. Al Prosser is a direct male line descendant of Genghis Khan. He was the construction crew that tried to bulldoze Arthur's house down before the earth was blown to bits by the Vogons. There's kind of parallel running between Mr. Prosser and the Vogon prosthetic jets. They both let parties of their intended Earth was being blown up to make way for a hyperspace bypass, and Arthur Dent's house was being knocked down to make space for a highway or something like that, a road, highway, bypass, road. You see the parallel there? And they were both warned in advance that this was going to be done. Earth was supposed to be warned, but they weren't smart enough to cipher the communication. I think they sent some sort of, well, they actually had it advertised in some place that was beyond Earth. So basically, the Vogon leader said, "Apathetic, bloody planet." I forget what the rest of it is, but apathetic, bloody planet. Don't you know the plans for Earth's destruction was being advertised in an office at such and such a place on another planet that they had no way of getting to with their current technology. But he was actually he said that's really on them for being so slow in the first place. Anyway, read the story here or in the original novels, or listen to the radio series. You can probably get the radio series on DVD. I have it on record twice. I bought the record when I was very young from the ABC shop with the last $20 I had in my wallet, from money I got from my mother, money I'd saved up. Maybe I got it for my birthday, the $20, yeah. I usually get $5. I used to get $5 each fortnight or week from my mother. And went to the ABC shop in Brisbane in the Winter Garden on the Queen Street Mall, and I saw the album, the record of the Hitch-Hikers Guide to the Galaxy radio series that predated the television series, ABC television series that was made in Britain as well. I'm not sure. They introduced the American actress who played Trisha McMillan, Trillian. She was a Canadian actress. I think they originally had a British actress on the radio series. I'm not sure if they had the same characters doing the voices, the same actors, I'm not sure. It sounded like the same Arthur Dent, and the bloke who did the voice of the book and the narrator, I think he was the same dude. Anyway, when I moved out of home with some mates to live in Brisbane, in a suburb of Brisbane called Taringa, then Kelvin Grove, I took the record with me, and one night after a lot of drinking and partying, where I passed out and woke up, I think someone went through my stuff, and I still had the record. See, it was a 2-record set, and one of the records went missing, so that sort of ruined it for me. But I was able to get another one. I ordered it, got it through eBay. I think, yeah, it was eBay. That was within the last 8 years. See, the first time I bought it was back in the mid 80s. Would have been sometime between 1986 and 83, I think, when I was in high school. Just a mere teenager. Really into the sci-fi comedy. Anyway, I got this other record. I could show it to you. You want to see it? Pardon? That won't bother me, Dad. Hitch-Hikers Guide to the Galaxy. Don't panic. I actually have the original. The original one must be it's underneath my desk somewhere. Sitting on a pile of magazines that I've been keeping, or underneath a pile of magazines. It's still got both records. This is the new one I got. The old one also got some somebody scribbled inside the it's in a bit. So just basically it's just some tech art they have based on the series. Possibly came from on the drawing boards. Might have been left over. Basically, they got some entries to the guide, the actual guide, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which is like an electronic version of the Encyclopedia Britannica, except it's computer. It's like Wikipedia, more like Wikipedia with that plays a movie made from. They use coloured vector graphics, sometimes detailed, coloured in. They did mostly the same thing in the film. When they showed the guide, they used colourful graphics. Nothing, still retro graphics, but nothing. Sometimes it might sometimes it might go live action. Show something that's been filmed live, like it had YouTube videos stored in some of the entries, or just the graphics. But if you read closely, you see some of the entries here. It's just writing something about. On the outset, they got Centrica Glumbits, the free-breasted whore from Eroticon 6. Kind of like the lady from Total Recall on the Mars colony. You know, the girl with the free breasts. And they did the same thing in the sequel too. They had, in homage to the original film, Earth. It's got Earth written there. Harmless. I was talking about that in an earlier video. I don't even know what that is. Jeez. Anyway, they got all these tech art. That's all I could call it. And that's the radio series. Both records are vinyl. It's good to have. It's good to have. Considering I spent my last $20 on this, and the replacement cost me more, and I was more financial. At the time, I was more financial than I was when I was younger, and than I was right now. Yeah, so if any of my friends that I shared a house with in Taringa are watching this, I'd like to know what happened to the original record. It just mysteriously disappeared. Well, one of the records out of the sleeve, the cardboard packaging sleeve, mysteriously vanished on me, and I had to get it replaced. Tarzan versus the Predator, otherwise known as Yorkshire, if you ever tried to research them on the internet. I think Wikipedia will have some entry on them that says that they are referred to as the actual alien race known as the Yaut-Ja. It's spelled Y-A-U-T-J-A. And they've made many movies, including those Alien versus the Predator movies that were derided by fans of either any or both franchises, Alien or Predator franchises, movie franchises. At the time, I thought it was good. I was pretty excited they decided to make one, but I was kind of disappointed when I saw the final product. They could have at least just did the comic version. They actually wrote a comic books. They put out a series of comics and made a graphic novel of Alien versus the Predator years earlier. Significantly a different story from the one they did in the film, which kind of sucked. This is Tarzan versus the Predator. I've seen other comic books saying with Batman versus the Predator, Judge Dredd versus the Predator, and there's probably many more. That's one. It's kind of interesting. I read through most of it. I'm not sure if I finished it. It does get rather dull. I suppose it's the suspension of reality just gets a little bit too ridiculous after a while. Even though it's already suspended with the inclusion of a race of aliens that make it their business to hunt humans he considers to be worthy of hunting with its technologically advanced weaponry. I've got a series of I've got some of the earlier other graphic novels about this about the Predators. None of them are based on the actual films. I've got I remember I've got Aliens versus the Predator, two versions of it. Another version where they're actually a bunch of humans pretending to be using some virtual reality high tech stuff to pretending to be the aliens hunting each other down with some humans getting caught in between, and this is on a giant spaceship. Should I just wait? I can grab these. Clear up now. Here we are. Uh, that's the original story of Aliens versus the Predator. It's called Deadliest of the... I think it is. No, it isn't. It's the one I was talking about. I'll just read the synopsis from the back. From dreams to nightmares. In a skyliner high above the alien-contaminated Earth, Karen Delacroix, Croix can't sleep. Terrifying images of pursuit, disfigurement, and bloody death have invaded her peaceful dreams in a safe and privileged world. But they're only nightmares, or are they? The beautiful trophy consort of corporate magnate Lucien Delacroix soon discovers that nightmares do come true and that there are fates worse than death when a predator comes to call. Yeah, it doesn't really say much, but from what I have read of this, it starts off with some young humans, possibly in their late teens or early 20s, playing some game where they're using high-tech virtual reality gear to hunt each other down, and one of them's the alien and the other's the predator. I'm not sure if I actually remember that right, but that's how I... Oh no. That might even be the sequel. I don't know. You'd have to find that yourself. Find yourself your own copy and read it to find out. It's actually pretty, it's pretty heavy. It takes a bit of... You'd have to be well prepared to read this. Even though it's only a graphic novel with pictures in it, I couldn't even be bothered reading it at the moment. It takes a bit of getting into until you find yourself falling into it, and then you can't put the thing down. That's the original story I read. That's the one they should have made into a movie. Aliens vs. the Predator. There's no synopsis. Sometime in the future, commercial transport vessel, the Lector, named after Hannibal Lecter from Silence of the Lambs. Crew 15, cargo rendering plant processing. 15, and they got 6 zeros after 15, whatever that means. Tons of fish and animal products. Course, ranching outpost. Prosperity wells on the planet Ryashi. And, is there more to that? There's some concept art. I remember I bought these. I think I bought these either sometime in the late 90s. I remember buying some just about the Predator that you'll see here. When I was living in Taringa, sharing a house with my mates, some old school friends. Over there. There you go. There you go. Okay. There's not much more I can tell you about that without starting to read it again. Apparently, like the movie, it turns out that the hero, there's a heroine instead of a hero, and a young woman who's she's Asian American, I think, but it's in the future as it will be, and she like the movie, she ends up hunting the aliens with one of the predators. She makes friends with a predator called Broken Tooth, because it's got a broken tusk. It's a big predator. There's one scene where he's fighting off several aliens single-handedly, and wins. I'm not sure if they actually had the same predator in the film. There might have been a predator, or Yorkshire hunter. He had a broken tooth. Worth looking into, I guess. It's been a while since I've seen that film, anyway. But this is Cold War. It's one of the earlier graphic novels they put out. Lieutenant Ligachev, sounds like a Russian, is 2 months into her first command position at a pumping station in the Siberian oil fields when her men are slaughtered by an invisible foe. She escapes barely. New York detective Schaefer has run into a predator before on her mean streets of home. He survived, barely. Now Ligachev and Schaefer are sent to the winter-ravaged Siberia by their bickering governments to eliminate the predators. If they can just keep the Americans and Russians from killing each other first. There's something very familiar about that. Winter. Yeah. Big game, Predator, big game. Look at the artwork. There's some more artwork there. I think it's set during one of the World Wars, possibly Vietnam. Could be wrong though. I have to read it again. Ages since I read it. I'll just see if this has any artwork. No.